Listen to those cicadas. Wow. I really should explain, just as an introduction to this video, my wife and I were looking for a bit of a tree change, and we came across this property in the Atherton Tablelands region, North Queensland, Australia. 4.5 acres of wooded country. It's got a lot of trees and a little creek and all that sort of stuff, but the plan is we build a 20-metre shed and a house and live off-grid, solar power, tank water, all that, and document our adventure and our journey. And we thought the experience might be something worth sharing. Hey Nala. Hey, it's been quite a warm day, especially when you put the layers of clothes on. Just had to do a little bit of whippersnipping just then, just to clear the high grass around where we're camping. Just because of snakes really, and probably ticks, other bugs. We don't want them on the dogs. And I'm going to do a little bit more now, just so we can walk around the block. It's our first visit to this block since we put a contract on over 2 months ago. The contract took a little while to come through. But it's ours now, and the moment we drove up here we were working on it already. Off-grid living. What we got is a situation, we want to get down to the creek. We haven't seen the creek for a little while, so maybe I'll just clear a little path with the whippersnipper here and make it a bit safer. What the plan is right now, part of our land is fenced off by someone else, not sure who. We can't get to it unless we climb through the barbed wire. Just going to pull out a couple of these strands and a couple of posts so we just get in there. So when I put this on...
No good.
Coming out?
Yep.
Bravo! Well, the first day is a big drive. It's about 4.5 hours drive, and then we did a few jobs and then settled in for something to eat and rest up for the night. And then the next couple of days I just helped one of the neighbours build his brand new shed. Right at the minute we're getting quite a bit of rain, just this afternoon that is. I'll just show you. So rainfall is needed, and we'll have some big water tanks to collect it all, and we'll be using that as our main water supply. We may even put down a bore, sink a well, and see what happens with that. But initially just rainwater off the roof and rainwater tanks. We just had a little shower and we filled up a 20-litre bucket in no time. So we use in our Sprinter van about 10 litres of water a day, and that allows both my wife and I to shower, do the dishes, cook, everything we need to do. So we're pretty economical in my view. So the rain pelted down before, but it's all stopped now. Gives me a chance to show you around a little bit. I'll just pan around with my melon in the front of the shot. So there's a lot of trees on this block, and it's obviously very grassy, so we don't have a tractor or a digger or a ride-on lawnmower. We've got household lawnmowers and whippersnippers and all that sort of stuff, so shovels and rakes and all that. But being on the land, being self-sufficient, you're going to need all that machinery. So weighing it all up, it dawns on you that how much work there is to do. It's quite a lot. But positives, it's beautiful, fresh air. When the rain comes, it's beautiful, clean, pure, pristine, and it's gorgeous. The dog runs around free and loves it. So much to like, so much work to do. Just before I pointed out, someone around here has put some fences in the middle of our property because they've had some cattle, and obviously they've wanted to keep the cattle constrained into an area, but they've left all that barbed wire fencing up. We have to pull it down and remove it. It's a little bit dangerous. There's even wires stringing between trees, which is just can almost take your head off when you're walking. That sort of thing needs to be dealt with. We need to fix up those little issues. But during the week, this week, we're going to have John turn up with a big dozer and to push over some trees. And now I hate having to push over trees, but right where we want to build are some trees that in Australia, these trees have limbs that just fall off everywhere, gum trees and things like that. You just have to remove them away from your building areas. So during the week, John will come and clear an area, and we'll need to use that area to set up our shed. That's our basis to our launch pad, the shed, and then further up the block up there we'll look at putting the house. This is just across the road from our block of land. So you see that white peg there? That is where I guess one corner of the shed's going to go, and the other corner is somewhere over there to the left. There we go. In the ground just there. 7 metres by 20 metres. The other two pegs are across. Let me just zoom in. One there and 7 metres up, other one up there. So good. John's dozer is just there behind me, and he'll be back tomorrow morning 8 o'clock to clear all these trees. You can see there's a lot of trees around this whole block, and right where I want to put the shed, and even where the trees could fall during cyclones and things like that, they have to be cleared, unfortunately. Nala, stop rolling in the dirt.
Come here.
There's something dead up here.
You're gonna stink. Come here.
The hard part about when you buy a bush block, you think, well, okay, we'll put a house here and there, and the reality is you've got to push over some trees. Alright, we're on to the last tree, so you might be able to see it just there. That's the last one. It's a bit of a bugger to come out. We've cleared a lot today, so sad day, but had to be done. I guess you're wondering, how on earth did you survive? Well, I'm glad you did. all these trees, I think brush box maybe. I have to look it up what the species is, but I'm going to have to do something with that. Get the chainsaw. It's all green at the moment, but gosh, I'm looking at it thinking I can slab all that up and use it as kitchen bench tops or whatever, furniture. And let's hope I can make some good use out of that. I know the dozer just makes, it's a brute. The dozer pushes things over and to get it to where you need it to be, get it out of the way, it's a brute. But that's just the way it goes. Let's have a closer look at this stuff. You might be able to tell me what it is. That guy there is probably around about 500 millimeters across, maybe a little bit more. It's a big trunk. I can't wrap my arms around it. There's a lot of timber in that. Judy's on a mission cooking us pizza tonight, so I'm not going to complain. Yum! Turns out alright. Nala, move over. Nala, move over. Nala!
Come on.
Move over. Move your guts. Nala! Come on, let's move. Move it out. Come. Nala.
Over here.
Now, Vicky.
Over here. No.
Come on.
Good girl.
Good girl. Oh.
She did
Now,
good.
how am I supposed to get into bed? You're a toad. No, girl. No, girl. Day 2 dozering. He's clearing the shed pad now a little bit deeper, and also the entrance to the shed, so a bit of work, much more than we anticipated. Yeah, they've got to put a bit of fill in as well, but that's what happens when you build on slopes. Gosh. It's very hard to tell from these images here, but there was about a 1.5 metre fall from one corner to the other. It's a slopey block, but John was able to manage that and fill it out so it's nice and level now. Well, it's the morning. We've just had breakfast, packed up, ready to go back home. We'll see you again on the next one.